No. On Clanelius. We have to do like a little title card, like special guest host Yukon Clanelius or something. We've got the image, and I must say some of our favorite recent image, like the image covers, I guess, that we've been using for the episodes with you, Clay, have been super fun. Tomorrow features Clay. It's an episode that you, me, and Chuck did together. So that's one of the reasons I told Dylan to reach out. He was like, "Yeah, you want me to get Clay?" I'm like, "Absolutely," because he's on tomorrow's episode. So I want to show you. First of all, welcome, boys. How are you?
Happy to be here.
Been better, but yeah, all right.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that?
I mean, I don't know where the other two fuckers are, but if my dad died and I'm still here, I don't know where they're fucking at. I mean, I don't get it, but
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens as we go on. Marco's notoriously late, and Matt has been notoriously unreliable right now. But I have the episode description or the episode title card for what we had. Now, do you guys remember when we got to meet or talk to Rob Leach?
I remember the name.
Yeah, the military. He did the quick, like the rapid prototype
guy.
Yeah, that guy. We've had. I was thinking about him the other day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And I
Rob
was like,
Leach.
dude, his job's cool as fuck.
Yeah. So this is what we got. The episode is entitled episode 332. Innovation Wins Wars. It comes out tomorrow.
Oh, he's got a fucking drone and shit. That's pretty cool.
I know, dude. And we look like our characters, and he's like an action hero looking. Like, dude,
fucking G.I. Joe, bitch. Chiseled jawline.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
So, Rob, congratulations on being the only human-looking one in the bunch.
Yeah.
So that episode drops. Well, I guess I always set it for midnight 30 on the Pacific timeline, so that'll be out at 3:30 in the morning East Coast. And then 8:30 in the morning in England, I think, is how we figure that out, right? England is Pacific is -8 Greenwich Mean Time. Is that right?
Pacific. Well, it depends on the time of year, but yeah, it should be.
Yeah. So
fuck those tea drinking, biscuit eating motherfuckers.
Yeah, didn't we have a day where we didn't have to worry about them?
Yeah, July fucking 4th, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Happy Treason Day, you filthy colonials.
Fucking bastards.
Which that's part of the one of the things I wanted to talk about is
cool, this thing. I don't know what it is.
do you see some of the technology that was guarding 4th of July celebrations?
No, what do you mean?
So they had drones with radiation detecting aircraft. It was
shit.
Tons of next level security for all these, 4th of July celebrations. And I'm guessing, Freedom 250 is a pretty, juicy target. I was actually,
If you're gonna hit, that's
I don't know
the
about
day
you,
to hit.
right. I was kind of surprised. Happily surprised that we
talking the UFC fight, or are you talking about the actual? Because there was so there was the plan, the foiled attack on the UFC fight. Which that one got foiled by good old American mom turning her boy in
because he lives in her fucking basement, eating fucking hot pockets and being a big fucking succubus piece of shit. Yeah, just like the rest of the liberals.
Yeah,
mouth breather, like
Yeah, how embarrassing. Your mom fucking foils your terrorist plan, you fucking little bitch. Like, dude, your mom.
Okay, but do you know how many people got indicted or being charged in that?
Probably a good amount. The last count I heard was 6.
That's
8.
Fuck,
8. They got 2 more. Okay.
Yeah, 8 men were indicted on murder and terrorism conspiracy charges Thursday for their alleged roles in a thwarted drone and sniper attack on the UFC Freedom 250 event staged at the White House in June. Indictment returned in Ohio. Charges all 8 in 2 separate conspiracies. One to provide material support to terrorists, and a second to commit murder on federal government territory and to murder a federal government official. By the way, this story is coming straight from ESPN. So there's our weird crossover, right? It remains unclear.
That's right. Yeah.
It remains unclear from the court records how close the would-be attackers could have come to carrying out the plan had it not been thwarted. According to the new indictment, the plot began in May when the group began amassing money, firearms, ammunition, body armor, explosives, drones, medical equipment, comms, and other items. Let's see. 4 days before the extravaganza was scheduled to take place, they learned about it. And let's see. I'm trying to find the people. 7 people last month, an 8th now recently. And they were from Ohio, Missouri, Washington, Nebraska, and good old the People's Republic of California.
The crazy thing is that would have been a really easy event to target because of how out in the open it is, how much high ground you have, and how many people are going to be there for a mass casualty event. Like that is like fucking crazy because you have 2 different areas, and then you have multiple areas of extractions and infill and exfil areas that you can stage. You can do secondary attacks there, and it was fucking crazy. I mean, how many people did they pack? It was like 20,000-30,000 people.
Yeah, and it was a lot of military too. So
yeah,
like a lot of fucking people. Like I thought I was joking. Like my wife's like, that seems like a lot. I was like, I don't think I heard that wrong. I think I'm correct. And then they said it again. I was like, no shit, that's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah,
and that was at that secondary location.
Yeah,
like
wow. Right.
That's crazy.
So what was the deal with? So how did mom find out? Do you guys know how mom found out?
I think the typical like acting suspicious kind of thing. I don't know if she like wandered down into the basement and found his body armor and weaponry and that kind of shit, but that's I don't know any of the specifics. Truthfully, if it's not in the media, I'm cool with that. I don't think we need to know how whatever
She's
it
like,
was.
I'm coming to clean up your cum socks and deliver you fucking hot pockets. Well, I mean, it's just whatever.
So there was the what was the let's see, where's the one where the kid had like the mom found the head and the hands in his room and called the cops on him. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was like in Arizona, right? Where he fucking murdered some bum and then kept the fucking shit as souvenirs, and mom found it because mom went to go clean the fucking room. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And so apparently this mom in Ohio, she called
fucking Ohio. Okay.
They said that she was one of the people to call the county sheriff, right? And they said that she was having issues with her son, and she told them, I don't think anybody's in immediate danger, isn't right this second, but she has concerns with weapons and ammo, particularly his mindset. And she's probably going to call you, the cousin told the sheriff's department, right? But in case she doesn't, maybe send a cop over there right away so he can get a handle on what's going on. So basically, it sounds like mom called cousin called the cops for mom, and then said, mom's going to call you anyway, but you should probably send a cop, just in case. And so cops go over there, and the mom basically did call, told dispatch, yeah, we got all the guns and ammo out of his room, and we got it off of our property, and he came inside. He's probably going to discover it's not in his room. And the dispatch is like, what is it suicidal or anything? And so apparently this is where I want to tell my brother and sister officers out there, like, don't take calls for granted, right? When mom calls and says, I want you to come check out my son because he's got some weird shit in his room, like, every call is real until it's not.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't have very many cop stories, but here's one where an intern, Clay Novak, college student, was probably put in a position he never should have been put in. We had a call. So I have a criminal justice degree. I was doing my internship at local police department, right? And so we got a call. This 20-something kid came back to his parents' house, was high as shit, passed out on the couch, blood coming out of his nose, right? And the cops knew the guy. Like, this was not a first time. They knew who he was by name. So we go to the house. We park in the driveway, and the two cops are like, okay, we've done this with this guy before. Sometimes when he snaps out of it, he gets violent, blah, 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 blah. Just go stand by the front door. And if he comes out, just tackle him. And I'm like, okay. So Jeez. I'm standing out there, and I'm thinking absolutely nothing of it. I got no vest. I got no gun. I got nothing, right? Because I'm just an intern. And no kidding, fucking 5 minutes later, this dude comes right out the door, and he goes, and I'm standing there, and I'm a little shocked, and he goes right by me, but I'm 22 years old, and I'm about to become a lieutenant in the Army, and I'm in good shape, right?
Yeah.
That guy didn't make it to the sidewalk. Like, I caught him, full body tackle, laid him out, and and he was groggy, he was all kinds of fucked up. So I put him on the ground, and he like rolled over, and then here come the two cops come walking up, and they handcuff him. But like, this was like the worst thing those two cops could have done to the intern, right? And two, the dumbest thing that I could have done was be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll go tackle him, no fucking problem. Yeah,
I mean,
it's one of the best fucking times for a ride along. Fuck, dude.
I had some good ones. I had some good ones, but that one was not smart by anybody.
No,
I mean, what did I say to somebody the other day? I said some of my dumbest moments were my coolest moments, and some of my coolest moments were my dumbest moments. So,
and they all produce good stories.
I mean, I've been on a ride along and been told, "Hey, hold this corner at gunpoint," and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I held it at gunpoint as a fucking ride along, but I was also a full-fledged law enforcement officer at the time. Full disclosure, I wasn't some fucking schmuck off the streets. I was trying to lateral to a different agency, and I went right along, and just happened to be a hot night, and we're running and gunning, and it happened to be me and John in a cop car with our buddy who we worked out with, and we were both trying to go to this one agency together, and we just fucking started just patrolling as a 3-man unit, and I'm like, this is gonna be fucking bad, guys. Like, we're gonna hurt some people.
That's a recipe for federal court right there.
Yeah, that was
I had a ride along.
Hold on, let me preface this real quick.
What?
I'm sorry to cut you off. Not to say that like it was just like we were doing anything wrong. It's that when 3 dudes are together who work out and all that stuff, we're hungry for fucking bodies. I'm just saying for the people who are listening, because there's some nefarious motherfuckers out there, and 100%. We're just all buddies.
I have a couple of cop buddies where I go, bro, it's a good thing we never worked a car together, because we'd be in fucking federal prison doing some stupid shit, right? Like, just the universe provides bad ideas, and neither one of us would be willing to say no. And so
just having a good time doing what's legal. Okay, legal.
Sure.
But
or, as we like to say, extra legal. I've never ever. That was one of my proudest things. We always got to. That was the thing, right? We always have to do it right. We have to play by the rules. It's the same reason what makes us better than bad guys, right? We do it by the rules, and we still get them, right? And if we didn't play by the rules, then we'd be no better than they are. But
right.
I had a police explorer. So not even like, you're talking 22 years old, right? You're in good shape, you're right. I had a
teenager,
15-year-old teenage female in the car, and I get dispatched to a guy who the RP's a tow truck driver, the reporting party is a tow truck driver driving a flatbed. He's towing this guy's truck. It's on the back of the flatbed. Comes up to a red light. Black and white goes the other way, southbound on the main drag. And this guy sees the black and white, freaks out, jumps out of the cab of the pickup, jumps into his own truck being towed on the back of the pickup truck, and won't get out. Tow truck driver has to drive all the way to the shop with it like that. And he's going, I don't know what the hell this dude's problem is, but you guys might want to come out and check this dude out, because like he's off his nut. Well, our lieutenant got there first, and the guy starts bringing up a wood stock rifle with a scope on it, and lieutenant's like, oh, like it's going to be go time, right? And I'm the second one. I'm primary on the call. The lieutenant's having to get there first. So the lieutenant's got, his gun out and I've got my gun out. And I look at the Explorer and I said, keep your head down. If it gets really bad, you know how to take the rifle out and you know how to shoot it. Right? Like, but we had, do you remember, so we had a guy on our show and he happens to be friends with a guy that's another, Craig, I think you'll appreciate this. This is that warrior mindset, right? This guy was going to a Walmart to arrest somebody on a shoplifting charge, right? Female half on a shoplifting charge. And he's getting ready to hook her up, taking her out of the store. And her boyfriend's in the parking lot waiting. And he sees it and he comes at the cop to get her free. And he brings a knife down on the cop's hand, slices his gun hand right through the palm, right? So now his gun hand's fucked, right? And then the guy goes for the car. I don't remember how, but she's in custody in the back of the car. Bad guy goes to the car to get her, realizes he can't get her out yet because he doesn't have the keys. So he decides to get the rifle out of the car. And so he starts yanking on the rifle. He's inside the police car, yanking on the rifle. He can't get it loose. And the cop tells the Explorer, get my gun out of my holster. So the Explorer gets the gun out of his holster. He says, hey, put it in my left hand, right? So now he's got the gun in his left hand. He takes his mangled hand. He puts it on the bottom. He goes, now I need you to support my mangled hand. So now he's shooting offhanded with his mangled hand underneath. And then the police Explorer is, helping him support it with his mangled hand. And he pops around and gets the dude right here, right? Guy goes down, comes back up, right? And then starts yanking on the rifle again. Well, he turns around to yank on the rifle again. He puts another one, shoots him in the ass. That's the one that kills him.
Oh, goes through his heart, probably.
It was a Texas headshot, right? So apparently the first round hit him, bisected the cranium, so it made it under the skin, but went all the way around and exited out the back without ever penetrating the skull. But the second one went through the pelvic girdle right into his heart and killed him.
Nice.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's a T-box right there, dude.
Yeah,
Let's show that in the military. They have a T-box in the face and they have a T-box in the groin.
Below the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
now, when I was doing that internship, we responded to a burglary call at a local restaurant right around the corner from my parents' house, and it was the alarm was going off, right, but well before business hours. So we respond, right, and we pull into the parking lot, and we're just far enough away that we're not too close to the door, but we're probably a little farther away than we need to be. But one of the doors is like cracked open. So the cop looks at me and he's like, and it's just me and him, right? And so he looks at me, he goes, all right, get the shotgun out.
Yeah.
So we used to carry, so they carried at the time, this was back in summer 95. So they were carrying 1911s cocked and locked with hydroshocks.
Yeah.
And they were carrying 870s with slugs in the car.
Yeah.
And so I get the shotgun out, right? And I go across the hood and I'm holding the door, and he is midway. He's in no man's land. He's between the car and the fucking door, right? Of course.
Worst place to be.
And right. And he's in no man's land. And the door opens up and out comes this kid who's got a cigarette and a lighter in his hands. And he sees us. And thankfully, I've been shooting shotguns my entire life. That kid comes out the door and I click the safety off and I'm like, fuck, and then the kid drops and he puts his hands up. Yeah. So what it was, he was a dishwasher, right?
Oh, shit.
He shows up for his shift. Whoever closed up the night before set the burglar alarm, but never locked the door. So he walks up, he pulls the door open, goes inside, does a few things, right? Comes back outside to have a cigarette, which is when we decided to fucking show up. But that kid almost got killed because he showed up to work early. And I'm like, and I'm the intern that almost killed him, Yeah. That was one of those crazy mornings, man. That was like before 9 a.m. Oh, this is a great day.
Yeah, you don't need coffee at that point. So you got adrenaline. My old man, they went on a pursuit. Pursuit ends in the Hollywood Hills. Guy all the shit bags foot bail. My dad's a young cop. Gets the shotgun out. They go chasing them, trying to figure out where they're at down on Hollywood Hills. The guys are, MIA. And then, veteran cops tell my rookie dad, hey, go back and stay with the fucking police car and the suspect vehicle in case they double back. So my dad goes back and he's walking back. There's a guy coming out of the shadows towards the suspect vehicle. My dad's got the, I think it was the old Ithaca 37s with the slam fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's hold it, freeze, right? He doesn't, it keeps walking, freeze, right? And it keeps walking. It's like, my dad, he said, if I'd have sneezed, this guy had a giant hole in his stomach, right?
Yeah.
And finally, he stops. Well, he was foreign and he didn't speak English very well.
Yeah.
He didn't know what the fuck freeze meant. And he was out for a walk in the evening and wanted to come see what the commotion was. And he almost got smoked because he didn't understand. And my dad goes, and that is why we don't say freeze. He says, stop, halt, right? Like,
Alto
policia. Suéltelo pistola.
So,
Separnes tu piernas, dedos, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Manos.
That's as far as I got, dude.
Manos atrás.
I was like, I'm failing this academy right here, right now.
But there's drones are like the big thing, right? So you got the drones up for the July 4th security, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow we got, Rob Leach talking about innovation and stuff that they're, coming up with in the field. Did you guys hear about the drone drug smuggling?
Yeah.
In federal prisons?
Yes. So dropping it in the yard. But they're also using those, the big ones are cross border. So they're not even digging tunnels now. Right. So they're flying them over the wall. And these are like that. Normally,
big motherfuckers.
They would take like an FAA license to fucking operate. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think all need an FAA license now. Like,
it depends on altitude.
If you're flying it commercially, you have to have an FAA license. So if somebody's paying you to fly it, whether it's for a realtor taking photos or whatever, you have to have an FAA license.
The ones for
your fact, if it's a certain size and it's going a certain altitude, you also have to.
I've seen those motherfuckers that Clay's talking about, because at the CrossFit Games, it's the first time I've ever seen a drone this size. I ran undercover, or I didn't run it, but I was a part of an undercover security team embedded in the CrossFit Games, and they had this big fucking, at one of the events, like they would do a lot of aerial shit, and I swear to God, dude, this thing was like 6 feet wide.
Yep.
And the fucking propellers on this were steel, and they're like this long, and they by like that, and when this thing fired up, holy shit, that thing sounded menacing, and it took off, and it was like it was loud as shit, and it had this big old camera on it, so I can only imagine how much drugs they could fit on.
Yeah, they're slinging fentanyl underneath it, and they're just flying it across, dropping it, flying it back.
And it doesn't take the big drones to do it.
No, they're doing it in small numbers, but those, like, it's replacing the tunnels is essentially what's going on right now.
Sure. And how high can those things go? Because technically you could just take it really fucking high and just take it across, right? You have your little VR goggles on, you take it across, fucking drop it, and then you come back and it's dropping in some dude's ranch somewhere.
Yep.
They're not going to have any fucking wind of that, like the BORTAC or none of that shit.
Nope.
Yeah, the DJI drones will do it, right? It just will.
But they are dropping them in the yards too, like you were saying, Tom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think the ones that they indicted were Mississippi and Atlanta, and according to the article, it was like 6 drones dropped 38 times.
Holy fuck!
Shit.
Yeah. 6 drones, 38.
That's a lot of ass candy right there, dude.
Yeah, forget the prison pocket, right? Like,
how much did they find? Like, definitely not 30. Like, you may have dropped 30 times, but
better question is, how much didn't they find?
Exactly, right? Like, we got 6 of them. Fuck, okay. So you got 30 fucking you've got like 30 some odd fucking 8 balls of whatever, or a pound of whatever. Because think of, like, those things can fucking lift some shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they can haul payload.
But and the payloads they can shoot, the haul can be deadly, right? We saw that, you guys saw the one of the drone that drops the grenade on the dude, right? And the guy throws it, right? Do you know what a Yak 52 is?
The aircraft?
Yeah, you do. Okay, yeah. So this is the one that's been going around social media that I liked.
I was gonna say it's like a fucking camel with like a disc.
Ukrainian Yak 52. The guy's got a rifle in the Yak 52.
Shut up. Oh my god,
bro.
That's sick.
He's acing drones with his rifle out of the cockpit of the Yak 52.
Yeah, it's like World War I style shit.
I mean, dude,
history repeats itself, dude.
Yeah.
You want to go high tech? We'll go low tech, baby.
I expected a lot more from Russia.
Yeah, what they were doing was they were buying from Iran. Iran was like the largest exporter of drones,
sure,
worldwide. And so when we kicked off with Iran and we started putting all the shit in place where they couldn't export anything, and we were, basically putting the kibosh on all that, the Russians had already bought, because of course they bought the drones from Iran and then they reverse engineered them. And so now they're making their own. They don't have to buy from Iran anymore.
Right.
So they just took all the Iranian tech, they reverse engineered it, and then they started building their own super cheap. And so that is what they're doing now. That is warfare at this point in that conflict. It's
robo warfare
drones.
Yeah.
And there's it is, if you've watched, and I'm sure you both have, some of that footage of those guys, that is some of the most terrifying shit, because the drone operators now are getting fucking sadistic. They're literally and it's the one-way suicide drones, right? It's the kamikaze drones. They are literally flying up to a guy with a camera. The guy's terrified. They're hovering over the top of him. There's nothing he can do about it. And they'll fly right into the guy. I've seen it where they've literally tapped him and let him live, and then come in a second time and blow themselves up and kill him.
Yeah.
It is the most sinister shit.
It's video game nastiness. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we had a guy, he was a part of he went to Ukraine. He was a Marine, and he didn't get in any shit on a U.S. soil. So he's like, fuck this. I still have the urge to go over and fight. Nothing was happening really here. So he went over to Ukraine when Ukraine popped off, and he got blown up and ends up, he's going blind in one eye now, and it's all fucked up, and his face got fucking little charred up and chewed up. But he was talking about the drones, and he goes, they were chased by a fucking Russian drone, and luckily the truck was able to outrun that motherfucker. But he goes, we almost died because this fucking drone was just fucking behind the truck, and they're shooting at it, but they couldn't hit it.
That's talk about old being new again, and all this stuff. We were talking about shotguns earlier. That's the new mandatory weapon on the battlefield. Drones, anti-drone, shotgun is the way to go. And that's what, unfortunately, you're still talking about a close proximity, right? And so, even a guy, and I've been shooting my whole life, but if you inside of 60 yards, you got to wait until they get that close and even closer before you can have any effect with a shotgun, really.
Right.
But that's they're everywhere. Shotguns are everywhere on the battlefield now. We were using them, they had been reduced to breech guns. That's all we were using them for, right? Blowing locks off and blowing hinges off and shit like that. We weren't using them for anything else, but now they're mandatory shit on the battlefield for counter drone.
Well, yeah, you're talking what? Maximum, and I mean maximum 50 yards. Max.
Yeah. If somebody knows what they're doing, really knows what they're doing, you can probably push it to 70, probably. But I mean, you got to have somebody that's really good.
Well, you're talking long barrel, double-aught buck.
Yeah, you're talking 30-inch barrel. You're talking probably BBs, not even double-aught buck. You're talking heavy bird shot.
Yeah.
And you're talking a guy who knows what he's doing. But those are few and far between. So it takes a lot of training.
I guarantee you, it's going to be a new school in the military.
Oh yeah,
fucking tie. I can do it. Fucking Navy SEAL. Get out of here.
Skeet's coming back.
That's why I'll never get rid of my dad's shotguns. He gave me a long time ago. He gave me a Remington fucking super something, which is a semi-auto fucking duck hunting shotgun, and then I have the JC Higgins Sears shotgun, which is a fucking classic. Can't ever go wrong. Pump action. And this before the plug, so there is no fucking plug. So that tube on the bottom, that fucker feeds all the way the length of that barrel. So I'm feeding that bitch all the way. There's no stopper in that bitch. And yeah, I'm never gonna get rid of those because history fucking repeats itself. Shotguns are tried and true. You can throw a slug in there and reach out and touch someone. Yep. You can fucking throw double-aught buck and blow a big fucking hole through their chest, or you can put in birdshot and fucking pepper them, and then hit him with double-aught buck. And if that doesn't work, fucking smoke him with a fucking slug.
A lot of options.
Ask privately with
and there's a.
Visit
I'm trying to find this video. What? Who what?
No, I was just saying I haven't watched Pornhub today. I mean, it sounded a lot like it.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find this video of this drone. Did you guys hear? So, yeah, we know you've watched it today.
Nah, not at all.
It's you see that Sacramento County Sheriff used a drone to retrieve a knife during a standoff.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is where it's getting like it's a double-edged sword, right? Obviously.
This is the drone video from the Sacramento standoff last week. The pilot found the suspect, Austin Carter, hiding in a corner of the garage. They could see one of his hands was hidden under his body, the other holding a knife. And they say he wasn't responding to negotiators.
In such a confined space, if he were to wake up and suddenly get into a fight with one of our guys, it would be very bad, especially in that close proximity with a knife.
So the pilot, Deputy Tom Lee, attached a magnet to the drone and was able to pick up the knife and fly away with it.
Ultimately, he did reanimate after his copious use of drugs, and we continued to try to talk him out, but now at least he no longer had the knife in his hand. Because of that, we were able to send in a canine. Canine Bo was able to go in and successfully apprehend him, and none of our personnel were injured.
The sheriff's office says they don't see this kind of scenario happening ever again, but that they'll always look for creative solutions in these difficult situations. In Sacramento, Peyton.
The claw.
That fucking drone opens the door. It's like,
that's crazy. I mean, that's like we were talking about with when we interviewed, like innovation in the battlefield, right? Like you got to come up with ideas on the fly. And somebody goes, "Hey, what if we just put a magnet on it and go get the knife out of his hand?"
Well, okay. I mean, all those grenade delivery systems, those are all done on a 3D printer.
Yeah,
like that's all that. That's how all that innovation, all that stuff's happening in Ukraine. It's all 3D printer. Somebody comes up with an idea, they design it, they print it, they test it, and then they go with it because it's cheap and it's if it breaks, if it throws away, whatever, nobody gives a shit. But like that right there, I mean, think about, you guys have, I don't know if you have or not, but if you've ever tried to put CS through a fucking window, right? It's a pain in the ass and it's not an easy thing to do. Fly the drone in there and just drop a CS in the house.
Sure.
Right? I mean, takes all the it takes all the marksmanship, all the things that can go wrong between the muzzle and the fucking window. Just fly it in there and drop it and smoke the guy out.
Well, there's a lot of Axon has it, and I've seen a lot of drone footage. Because my buddy, he works. We interviewed him on the show, and he works for a forced option simulation company. We just interviewed someone who works for another forced option simulation company. And when I was getting ready to retire, I was like, "Hey," I was hitting him up. I was like, "Hey, like, is there anybody hiring like this and that? I would love to come and do this type of shit because it'd be cool." And he was like, "Yeah, just go check it out and just apply to a bunch of stuff. This is my company, blah, blah, blah." None of it shook out. But as I was doing my research, I started looking at a lot of these companies that were out there doing the force option simulations. A lot of it had to do with drone shit too, because they're pimping it out to all these agencies. Dude, there's drones with glass breaks on them where they can run through a fucking windshield. They can hold on to stuff. So they run through the windshield, they drop whatever they got, and they fucking take off, They drop a phone, they do whatever for hostage situations. I mean, there's so many applications where a fucking drone can reach out and touch you, flyable, and be really good to get eyes in the area. You send it around a corner instead of sending the first man the point through. You send the fucking drone in, you can see where everyone's at in there, so that when you go in, you don't have a Randy Simmons type of thing where the dude's laying in wait in the fucking center to drop the first motherfucker through the door, where you send the drone in, you see the whole lay of the land, and you're like, all right, well, we have guy laying in prone right here, we got another dude over here, and then you can react accordingly. There's so many fucking great applications for these drones.
And so we've gotten in the evolution of drones, we've actually gotten to the point where I think the intent behind drones, we've reached that original intent, which was cheaper than anything, right? So super cheap, totally expendable, but also very effective. For a long time, when you talk about predators and like all these other, like, yes, that saved a pilot, but at the same time, like those things are expensive as shit. And I know the payload delivery was great, and the intel, the camera capability, all those things were awesome, but they're super fucking expensive, right? But now we're at a point where we've got drones that are super inexpensive that can do a lot of the same things that the very expensive ones can do, minus the range. Like that's probably the only discerning capability at this point. So we've really kind of hit the apex of where drones were meant to be. Cheap, replaceable, saves a life, can deliver a payload or take pictures or do all kinds of things that you want them to do.
Yeah.
Do ISR. Or do ISR, right?
Yeah.
But this is what drones were meant to do from the inception, right? I think we finally hit that crossover point of money versus effective versus everything else. So it's a very interesting place to be in history.
And I think it's interesting and fucking scary at the same time because it can be used for good and for bad. But as soon as they came up with that capability, and like I've seen a lot for action sports where you throw the drone out and it's a fucking pocket drone like this, right? And you throw it out and it has a camera on it and it follows your body because you have the beacon on you, right? And it follows your body at a certain altitude. Well, military can use that. You can throw it out and it can scan for up to a certain amount of radius, high up in the air where no one can hear it, right? And it can give you actual feedback of where people, like I said, ISR type of thing, where you don't have a predator overhead, you don't have any type of those, I don't want to give away any fucking like information from planes and stuff, but you don't have any of those NATO birds overhead that are watching you, circling you, and doing all that cool shit. And giving you this real-time stuff because it's out a window or whatever the fuck, or you have that little drone that you just throw up and you can get real-time information right then, right there on your fucking wrist. Boom.
They're wired into your phones now. They're using closed network phones for just about everything now. And that's exactly right, Chuck, is that you could throw that up there. It can, play back on your phone because everybody's using these now. Like these are battlefield norm. Back when Chuck and I were young, it was like, if you had a cell phone, you left that shit back. Like you weren't even allowed to take that shit to the woods with you. And now it's like issued to you and it's a comms platform and it's an ISR, viewer platform and all these other capabilities. And it's, shit's at the lowest level. Tactical things are very, very different even from 5 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like even in law enforcement, I saw it with the phones. And like you said at the beginning, hey, leave your fucking phone in the car. We don't need that distraction. We don't need that bullshit. But then they started issuing them. And then we could have all the comments from our in-car digital fucking computer system right on our fucking phone. And you could look it up real quick and be like, oh shit. Okay. This is what I'm missing, or this is what it is, or this is the form that I need. And you have it on your fucking phone. And that started coming to be when I was in law enforcement towards the end, and I was like, this is really fucking cool. And it was at its infancy, so I can only imagine what it's at now, and I can only imagine what it is for the boys on the ground overseas, in country, especially for those special forces dudes over there, because those dudes are getting the fucking cream of the crop, able to fucking test all that really cool shit. And I mean, just being able to have that is just a fucking lifesaver because there's people using that shit for nefarious reasons, but you can utilize it for good. And you basically have a guardian angel looking over you and you can see 30,000 feet up, not 30,000 feet, but you have that 10,000 foot view.
At some point, we're going to have a Geneva Convention conversation about drones. We're going to have like, it's like, are you allowed to use hollow points or not? Are you allowed to, you can't poison your bullets. Like at some point, there's going to have to be a conversation about it as far as rules. Now, we also know that when in asymmetrical warfare and in terrorism and in all these, other, kinds of conflicts where nobody gives a shit about the rules of warfare, which kind of everybody.
Geneva Convention is fucking gun laws, man. It's the same thing. Only the honorable people listen to and abide by that shit. Like the people who don't give a shit just don't give a shit. So
the Revolutionary War, you think about what was the God, I can't remember. Was the guy who set up a fort in the Appalachians, right? It was or in Kentucky. And he was at the top of the hill. He said, not even God could attack us up here because he was expecting, lines. Yes. And the people of Appalachia were like, motherfucker, we're just going to hide in the trees and come up and peck you off one by one, right? Like, and they were like, well, we expected them to come in rows like gentlemen. But no, fuck that,
dude.
Hey, who won that?
Guerrilla warfare, motherfucker.
50 years ago, we figured that shit out.
They saw, what's that movie with,
The Patriot.
The Patriot. Yeah. There you go.
So Clay didn't see this one. I don't know if you saw it, Chuck. I want to show you this, and I'm going to present it. I'm going to present it without comment first. Just bear with me and tell me what you think of this. This is from inside the Capitol building on January 6th. Okay.
Shut the fuck up, dude. No way. No fuck up. No way.
No.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Bro.
I don't want to let you go, dude. Just later.
With a fist bump.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
So,
No, totally believable.
Yeah.
It's not unbelievable. It's totally believable.
The only thing I'm surprised by is the fact that I'm continually not surprised. Tell me about that one. Tell me why you have somebody in cuffs and then you unhandcuff him and fist bump him.
Because he's a fucking Fed.
Oh, well, so Clay and I, this is one thing that Clay and I talked about. I find the fact that report and that testimony and all that shit that they said, the specific verbiage of there were no undercover FBI employees. Okay. So whose employees did you use? Because that's so specific as to be too specific. It's so exclusionary, it's inclusionary, right? They're only saying the only people that weren't undercover, there was no FBI employees undercover. Well, I was loaned out to other agencies when I worked undercover. We borrowed other agencies' people's for undercover. Like you need to borrow somebody because everybody knows who your undercovers are because they've been working in your area too long. Yeah, borrow ours.
Capitol Police could have dudes undercover in there.
Absolutely.
LAPD and every
Washington D.C. PD,
people,
freaking Virginia PD,
like Alexandria, Virginia PD. It could be
anyone. Yeah, it could have been any of those. Doesn't matter.
Any state police, Maryland State Police. It could be Virginia State Police. It could literally swing a dead cat and hit a law enforcement agency and ask if you could borrow an undercover.
Here's the problem with that, though. Any undercover operation that I've seen, right, when it comes to municipal police or whatever during riots, you are calling out through a radio, like under your fucking shirt, hey, this is the person throwing rocks and bottles, and you're not getting involved. You're an eye, you're an ear, you're a witness, you're doing the best you can to relay because you don't want to burn yourself. You're not actively participating in what is currently breaking the law, what is currently going in, trespassing or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So if you have people who are undercover, who are going and participating in actions that could be considered illegal if they were off duty, cannot be done in law enforcement, right? It's fucking like entrapment. Like you're doing all this other shit. I mean, and look, I'm a cop, dude. Like I'm retired. Tom's retired. We're not trying to set people up. We're trying to catch people in the act, right? Like you're going to report, you're going to do all this other stuff. Hey, they're going inside. Hey, they're doing this. At that point, your fucking job is done. You fucking walk away. You turn around because if shit goes sideways, you don't want to get caught in the center of it. If a riot breaks out, you're getting the fuck out of there. You're hightailing it, and you're going to call as much as you can from the sidelines as you can. The problem I have is that if you're participating in it and you're going inside to try to catch more people, I mean, you're breaking laws.
Well, you can't, and the law says that you can break laws to enforce the law. Like when I worked undercover, they said you can use dope when you're undercover if you have to. But guess what? That's also the last time we're ever going to send you in undercover. If that's the only, right, like there's like all it's saying is you can't be prosecuted for it because it was during the course of scope of your employment. The only things are like specific,
not going to be employed,
like felonies like murder and rape. You can't commit those. Right. Those are off limits, right? But okay. Give you a perfect example. Let's say, for example, I've heard of a case where a guy was charged with terrorism, but it was the FBI informant that introduced him to the terrorist cell leader, bought him the terrorist flag, and took him to Home Depot and told him what parts to buy to make a pipe bomb. Right. So at what point is it entrapment? At what point is the law enforcement agency giving this was Randy Weaver's argument. Randy Weaver's argument was that he wasn't going to make those shotguns, but he was pressured to do it by the ATF.
Yeah. Right. If you're undercover and you're throwing rocks and bottles just because you're trying to fit in, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing at all.
Yeah.
You're supposed to fucking be there and observe and report.
Now, speaking of not doing what you're supposed to be doing, Chuck, this is from your neck of the woods.
Cool.
Did you guys hear about all the officers that are getting suspended for just a bearded Tim? How are you, sir? Welcome in. You're just in time for this one because this is going to be a hot take. Multiple officers have been placed on administrative leave, Chuck, for this. And I'm just going to show. So the bottom is the dash cam, full dash cam. The top is, I think, a close-up of that same footage. Essentially, in the parking structure at the station, cop car comes in hot like a jump out crew. We all know, like you see your buddy.
Yeah, I saw this.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's a dude.
Police department is finally explaining how a police officer shot his fellow officer. In newly released dashcam video from September, one officer pulls into a police department garage when another officer at the back of his patrol SUV pulls out his gun and points it, seemingly joking. The officer pulling in then takes out his service weapon and, according to the police chief, accidentally fires through his windshield, hitting the first officer in the shoulder. The officer who was shot has recovered, and the police chief says both officers were disciplined after an investigation. Pasadena Police Department is
You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
The word disciplined is driving me crazy because they didn't say fired.
No, because they didn't get fired. Because he's like, well, he pointed a gun at him and he got shot. I mean, fucking justice is served, I guess.
No, because they were both fucking around.
They were. And there was so much time that passed after him pointing it to him, being like, all right, I'm going to just shoot you. And he probably didn't mean to shoot, but when he fucking presented, he was probably like, shit.
Yep. He probably banged his hand off the steering wheel.
Something stupid. And he got his booger hooks fucking on it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And it popped a fucking round through, and he's like, oh, fuck. Because if you're meaning to shoot someone, like that shit would have been a lot faster. He 100% did.
He got him with a desk pop.
He got his desk pop, yeah. Was it a female officer? No, it was not a female officer.
I mean, dude, okay, so we've pepper sprayed each other at the station. We've tasered each other at the station. Like, we've come up to someone and pulled the prongs out and we're like, pop, 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 right in their ass cheeks. Like, shit like that's happened. We've sprayed the inside of their car with pepper spray.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, and they're like, fuck. You know, they're taking a piss in the fucking outdoor station.
So Bearded Tim from Two Cops One Donut Crew says they both should have been fired. It's like losing control of your firearm and it's careless. It's worse than losing control of your firearm. Losing control of your firearm is as accidental. Like that's poor training, bad gun handling skills.
That's an ND.
Yeah. This shit is reckless endangerment. And you know what? Honestly, here's what I want to know. First of all, he had to go through the windshield to do it, right?
Yeah.
So if he goes through the windshield and it still hits him high in the right shoulder. So with the windshield deflection, he's lucky he didn't get him in the fucking face.
Oh yeah, it could have went anywhere.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't deserve that. You do not. First of all, I get rolling up on your partners like that to fuck with them. All right, fine. Had he like was rolling up on him and he accidentally like hit the gas instead of the brake and smashed his leg. Now we're talking like you both are suspended for 30 days for being idiots. And then the guy who got his leg crashed is like, you know.
I mean, I've seen cops get run over by their patrol car and their partner.
Absolutely. But this is a new level of stupid.
This is fucking crazy.
This is a new level of irresponsibility that come on, guys.
They should be fired. Like, to be quite honest, they should be fired. You don't fuck around like that.
I'm shocked that they're not fired. I'm kind
of.
Well,
it's Pasadena, dude.
Right? Apparently, you can do anything in Pasadena and get away with it.
Well, there was just a big fucking lawsuit. I think it was Pasadena with like racial profiling against officers. Like, I think they're in an era where they're like, we don't want to make the wrong decision, so let's just discipline and fucking try to step on anybody's shoes. And I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think truthfully, it's failure to follow all the basic laws of firearm safety. Number one, I think it's completely irresponsible for somebody in that position. And trust me, I get fucking around. Army guys are notorious for fucking around.
We love it.
But I will tell you, and Chuck will probably attest to this. There's one thing that you don't do in the military, joking or not, is you don't fucking point a weapon at anybody.
No. Ever. That's how you get fucking Spartan kicked right in the fucking chest. And your
you get jacked up bad. Like that's a no fucking around thing. And it is off limits completely. So that's I think they both should have been fired without question. And I think that I can't see anywhere in any lawsuit, any employment, you know what I mean, for wrongful termination or any of the rest of that shit. Like that's not holding up in any court anywhere ever.
No.
I think they should both be gone. Period.
Blanket party.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Here's the thing: you're supposed you do not point your weapon at anything you don't intend to destroy. Right?
That's right. Yeah.
Well, if your intent was to destroy your career.
Yeah,
did it 100% fine. Well, but other than that, what the fuck are you doing? I don't.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. Honestly, I've had I don't even allow my kids to point like a fucking salt gun, like when they shoot the bird, like the bugs and shit, where you just like crank it and shoot it and salt. I will not allow them to point that at anybody. Nerf guns, you don't fucking point it at someone's fucking face. You don't put fucking BB guns, none of that shit. No BB.
If you're playing guns, if you're playing toy guns, right? This is the way I was raised. If you are playing with your toy gun, with your friends and their toy guns, and you have all agreed to play toy guns, you are now allowed to point your toy guns at each other because everybody has done the weapons check. They've all looked at all the toy guns and they've agreed to play toy guns. But if somebody comes into the room and they're not playing toy guns, you do not point your toy gun at them, period.
Exactly what I was getting at, 100%. And that's the type of thing that I try to like instill into my kids. Like all guns are always fucking loaded. Never point your weapon at anything you don't intend to shoot. Like it is something that you need to know and understand and abide by because this is fucking important. And I told my son, I was like, if you ever intend on me teaching you how to shoot a gun properly and teaching you how to have proper control over your weapon, you need to start here. And these are the things that you're going to do to show me. And at no point will I ever allow that shit to slide because it is so ingrained in me from the military. And I almost got fucking shot with an M16 in my fucking chest because the fucking dude was doing some dumb shit on the line. We were doing a live fire fucking drill. I'm up, they see me, I'm down type of shit. And he was the dude behind me and he fucking came up and he just fucking pointed it right at me. And as I saw it, and I was like, oh fuck. At this moment I was getting ready to fucking kick him in the chest. Dude, block instructor came out of fucking nowhere. And now I'm a Marine. Like I'm fucking in like I'm an NCO. I'm a corporal at this time. I'm about to beat the fuck out of this kid. Fucking some other NCO just came and fucking just flying, beat the living fuck out of him before I even had a chance to do it. And I was like, good, dude. Like he needs to be fucking fired. Fuck this dude. Like I don't want to like go into anywhere with him because fuck you. And then when I go into law enforcement, I was doing sim rounds. We were talking about sim rounds the other day, Tom.
Yeah.
I got shot in my dick. By my own officer like 6 fucking times.
I got well, and we wore cups. We wore cups when we did it because we
not wearing a cup.
We wore cups when we did it because we were getting shot way too often in the junk because we were always the bad guys. So we would give nut huts to everybody.
Yeah, I was an officer down rescue simulation, and during the officer down, I'm the officer down. During the officer down, I'm getting fucking lit up, and I'm like, fuck, stop. I'm already dead. Come to find out, it wasn't the opposition, it was my own fucking teammate rescuing me. I'm like, you just killed me, bro. He's like, I didn't shoot you, and I'm like, it's fucking on my dick.
Hey, so Tim says he used to play toy guns with BB guns. That was easy. Here's what we used to do. We used to take Q-tips. We break the Q-tip in half, and you shove the Q-tip down the barrel like an old muzzle loader. And the Q-tip itself would act as the wad, right? And then the stick would be the projectile. And then you were allowed one pump, and then you could shoot each other with that.
Yeah, we would have one pump rule. We would one pump BB guns.
Yeah. One pump it, and and you can't shoot for the face. And we were still stupid because we could have put each other's eyes out, as
how much. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. How many times did you not one pump that motherfucker when you were trying to get your friend from a distance? You're like, fuck this, he's mine. Pow, and he's like, fuck. It's in me. You got me, bitch. And you're just like,
we liked those Crossman ones that looked like the 1911, and because you'd pull the thing back and push it in, and that's all you got. It would pull out, push in. And that was, you got a little bit of air, and you couldn't really do shit to anybody.
10 pump.
That's the thing. When you have those Crossmans and you could like give it 10, 12 pumps.
Dude, so many times I didn't do the one pump rule. I was like, I'm going to do 4 because he's at a distance and I just want to nail him. and that bitch got stuck into him. And I'm just like, there has to be more people out there that played that and just like, I'm not gonna follow this rule.
When I was a captain and we were getting ready to go to Afghanistan, we were doing live fires, right? And so it was a squad live fire. So me and the first sergeant are walking, right? And the support by fire, they had lifted and shifted. So they're not supposed to be shooting anymore, and the assault element is moving through. And so we're leaving the support by fire position, and we're moving over to get behind the assault. And so the team leader is like readjusting his people, and he moves the grenadier and the kid. So he's got an M4 with an M203 40 millimeter grenade launcher slung under the barrel. And like the kid moves and he shifts and lets off one of those orange marking rounds, the paint rounds, the marking rounds, which has a 40 millimeter chunk of lead behind the paint, right? Went by my head close enough to hear it.
Ooh.
And those, it's not a projectile that makes a lot of noise, but it went by close, it was close. And Chuck, you were talking about beating the shit out of the guy. My first sergeant did an about face, walked over there, grabbed that kid by the body armor, and bounced his face off of the ground about 4 times. Like, you just try to kill the fucking commander. But yeah, and I've seen guys get hit with those those marking rounds and it's a mess and everything. But that lead butt behind that plastic cone, that thing will, if it hits skin, something unprotected, doesn't hit a helmet or a body armor, that thing will fuck you up bad.
Oh, well, and that's, the less lethal shotgun rounds, the beanbag shotgun rounds. You get somebody too close with that, and you can break skin, you can kill them, you can do all kinds.
Yeah. Dude, we blew up someone's hand with a 40 millimeter foam baton round.
Do you see the kid? That somebody handed him a mortar and they lit the fuse and the mortar went off in his hand in and out and he lost his hand?
No, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They were playing the game of light the mortar and then throw it, and he had the mortar in his hand and he lit it and the fuse went boom. Oops.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey Coop, all is well. I mean, we're hanging in there. We'll talk about that when the rest of the we'll update, because I know Chuck's going to want to fill in Marco and Matt. By the way, Marco still has kids, and he texted. He said sorry he didn't get it in the chat, but he's still on his way back from the kid family vacation thing. So that's week. I want to say I want to have some fun before we close out. So we're going to do a lightning round of some videos. I want to call this one "What in the Captain America Fuck." Okay, what in the Captain America fuck? Here you go. Turn around. Blam, blam, blam.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this.
Okay. This is why you don't fart in a crowded elevator.
So he walked out and then just turned around and just fucking went to town.
Yes. That was it.
Oh, they must have said some shit. I wonder if this is like some type of...
I can promise you that was Eastern Europe. And if you look very close at that picture, that is a guy who is a very Eastern European. And those are 3 guys who are not Eastern European.
And
I was going to say there was some type of refugee or some shit that said the wrong fucking thing. And he was like, okay.
Yep. Okay, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Wait, just fucking wait.
And this
what happened in Ireland.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Now, this guy might not be Eastern European or Irish or Scottish, but if he's not from there, he definitely has some of that blood in him. This is a fighter known for what I like to call Rocky style, where you can take as much damage as you possibly humanly can until you can land your right hook. And
oh my God.
If you have... Like, Chuck, this guy's...
Yeah, this is old. This is back when Tap Out was a
thing.
Oh yeah.
This is a while ago.
This is like he probably saw too much Butterbean. He's like, I can do that. Oh.
He has a right hand like Jason.
Roy Nelson, also known as Big Country.
Yeah.
Just big ass right hand. Crazy. Oh, what's up, coach?
Brilliant.
I love that guy. Yeah,
underestimate those big boys, dude. Fuck.
Well, speaking of shooting each other and the BBs, did you guys know that, like, in the early days of the 1900s, dueling with waxed bullets was a thing? Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Chuck, you know about this?
No.
So you could duel, right?
Like a suppository?
No.
Menthol.
Those are fucking wax bullets, dude. Those are wax bullets.
That's what you needed after your surgery.
It's a wax 7.62, motherfucker. That bitch is big.
You would shoot each other with the wax bullets, and then your opponent, if they got hit with it, would mock a fatal result, and then
solved. Problem
solved.
Sure.
Right? That was the way to have the duel without anybody dying. And I'm gonna tell you right now, they still sell black powder pistols. I'm kind of in. Like, can we start this again? Can we make wax bullet duels great again? Right? Anybody in? I'm in.
I mean,
sure.
By the way, Wax Bullet Duels is playing the side stage at Coachella.
That is a good band name.
You're right. It is.
Yeah.
How about this one? So let me ask you guys. You guys know Travis Pastrana, one of the greatest daredevils ever. He's in my opinion, Travis Pastrana is greater than Evel Knievel. The fact that he was willing to jump out of the airplane without a parachute to then get the parachute put on him in midair to finish the free parachuting was like Evel Knievel can suck it at that point, right? Like when you pull a point break for real, right? Anyway, I want to know that Travis Pastrana has the world's greatest backyard, here's let's see. In his backyard, he has this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 5.
I mean,
4,
there's so much stuff that can go wrong with that.
1, 2.
Oh my god, dude!
Like all you see, I think I might too, but not now. Maybe not with my back the way it is, but all he's doing is holding his damn knees, right? Just holding his damn knees, and then go. Ugh. Anyway, and then Clay, I sent you this one. Who's got a boat that we know? And you're. You got a big body of water near you, and know anybody with a boat? Chuck, this is the greatest handgun training. Why aren't we doing this?
Oh fuck, that looks cool. That's got to be the ocean.
I mean, yeah, it has to be the ocean. I wouldn't do this in a lake. Well, maybe the Great Lakes.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say them.
So, Tom, you're gonna love this because I'm gonna combine two things that you just talked about.
Please.
So they do this with single action pistols on horseback with wax bullets.
Really?
That sounds fucking fun as shit.
Sure do.
It's like old cowboy western shit.
Old style cowboy shit. So they've got balloons. They got balloons on, sticks, and you ride through on a horse, single action. Yeah.
I think I might do that when I go out to Utah. When I go out to live in Utah, I already told my wife, I was like, if I can buy a horse and we get some property and I can have a horse, like I want to do some cowboy shit because I want to wear a fucking cowboy hat. You know what I mean? Like I want to feel like I can rep it.
I moved to Idaho.
And so I told her, I was like, I'm doing something when my back gets fixed and I'm a new person, right? I'm doing something, whether it's on a horse or not. Like I'm not trying to ride bulls or nothing or bucking broncos, but if I can do something in that realm, and I totally forgot about that, like where they do the fucking gun shooting off of the backs of horses. That's like fucking right up my alley, dude. Come on.
So Clay, then I'm guessing that if I invited you to come with me, your invitation is open because at some point I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
There is a cavalry school. Mounted cavalry school in Montana.
No shit.
And you can either do the full package where you rent the horse and the uniforms and all that, or if you have your own horse and your own uniform, you pay a lesser cost to go. But you go for a week and you learn the mounted swordsmanship, mounted sharpshooting, mounted. Like you sleep in the tents, you eat the food, you get 1 week of living like, Little Bighorn U.S. mounted cavalry.
Cool.
I'm in. Like I would 100% do that.
Listen, man,
like
I commanded a cavalry squadron. I already got the Stetson and the fucking spurs. I might as well go do cavalry shit.
This is what I'm saying. Like, why can't we? I'm in, right? Like basic cavalry encampment.
Sure.
3 to 6 days of excitement.
I've slept outside before.
Horse shoulder.
ate shitty army food.
Right?
I've done that. Yeah, that's easy.
Oh, yeah.
Like this shit looks. Here. Let me see. Let me bring it up. This shit.
We need some sponsors, Tom. That's what we need. We need somebody to sponsor us to go.
Hey, if you guys want us to come out and review your cavalry school on our show, I mean, this shit looks fun as hell.
I'm in.
Forget city slickers. Cool. I always wanted to do the cattle drive, right? But no, now I have a new goal. This is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right,
dude. I have a fucking Colt Peacemaker, all black.
I do. Yeah. I got. So I bought my single action army and my lever action in the same caliber, so that when I had the cartridge belt,
45 long Colt.
Well, no, it's too. I bought 357 Magnum because but 45 Colt is expensive as hell.
Listen, man, I got a Henry rifle. I got a Henry chambered in 4570. I know how expensive that is. Yeah.
So
I always wanted one of those. What's that fucking rifle from Quickly Down Under?
Sharps.
Yeah,
I always wanted one of those so bad, dude. That double trigger, fucking
set trigger on a rolling block. Yep.
Well, the quick and where we used to work, where Matt and I used to work, Chuck, we had the Quigley rifle.
Oh, fucking want one so bad, and I want a Marlin fucking lever action or any lever action really.
Henry's okay. Where you want to go.
Henry, yeah.
Long range breech loader. It was a
30-30, right?
45-110, wasn't that?
Yeah, the Sharps, the Quigley was a
45-110.
Yeah,
it was the Buffalo gun.
Yeah, super long, long casing. Very long casing. Yeah,
dude. Uberti makes one.
Yeah, you can buy them. There's companies that make them. Yeah. They're expensive.
I want one for the nostalgia so bad, like just to mount it and go out.
It's about $4,000, Chuck, and it's not in 45-110. It's only in 45-70, which there was a company that was doing all the famous Old West guns.
Yeah,
right. Like they did Wyatt Earp's gun. They did the cross gun that Johnny Ringo's gun. They did Hand of God gun, all that stuff. They were real cool, and they did a Wild Bunch 1911. They did John Wayne's single action army. I love that stuff.
I'll tell you this though, I'm not buying any more guns or any guns until I move to Utah, because when I move to Utah and I get my lever action, I want it where I can put a fucking threaded barrel on, or it has a threaded barrel, so I can put a fucking can on it and I can shoot that bitch and be like.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that, but I know.
Well, I mean, I don't know what caliber it was, but I saw one and I was like, dude, that's quiet as fuck. Like it was.
The only thing that is that really, really that quiet is a 22.
22.
Yeah.
It sounded like a 22, man. I'm telling you.
45 and subsonic is pretty quiet. But
I think it was subsonic MP5. We had an MP5 SD on our task force, so it was integrally suppressed.
Yeah.
And when you put subsonics through it, the cycling of the weapon is louder.
You could hear the bolt working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it was a subsonic round, and it was definitely, whatever, but it was fucking pretty quiet. And I was like, no shit, huh?
I like Coop's comment. It says 4570 is the only government I trust.
That's right. Yeah.
Like that.
Oh shit. You picked up a Marlin 1894 over a Henry in the same caliber. I have no regrets.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Marlin's a fucking great gun.
Here's the thing. A pump action shotgun, properly machined 1911, proper lever action. The design is what's amazing about it, right? So, as long as you get a reputable manufacturer, reputable tolerances, it's not pot metal, right? You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
All good.
Yeah. So, and then before we close
out, a good knife to go with it. But
Clay, have you seen? So I bought one. I had to get one. The SOG Super Bowie.
I have not.
Okay.
I need some knife recommendations.
Well, I'm going to tell you that you remember the old
text me.
the original SOG knife. They were in Nam.
Yeah.
So
the leather stacked handle, all that. Yeah.
SOG made the Super Bowie as the homage to the original SOG.
Yeah. So they had that. They reproed the SOG knife in the 90s. You could get them, and they were, they were like that.
Yeah, I have one. It is amazing.
Yeah, that's the most modern version.
Yes, the Super Bowie 2.0 is, I think, what they call it. But I bought one and I have no regrets. That thing is amazing. So, but anyway, this was I think we're running short on time. So thanks for everybody for joining. You got in a little bit late, but Henrys are beautiful. Here's the thing though. I don't want to have to pull down and drop. I want the gate.
Modern Henry.
Yeah.
Modern Henry. Boy.
Yeah. But there's so many of them that they're in Winchesters. And by the way, all those people, if you're out there screaming Winchester, I want you to understand something. Winchesters are made in Japan. Now, Winchesters are made in Japan.
So are most Brownings, by the way.
Right. So
no shit, huh?
Yeah, Henrys are beautiful though. Big old yellow boy.
And made in Wisconsin. I've been to the plant.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Yep.
So Chuck, this was something I think I sent this to you, Clay. This guy does this channel where he says he puts organ music in songs that organ music doesn't belong in. And this one got sent to me and I went, oh, no, time out. Organ music 100% belongs in this song. And in fact, the producer who did one of the greatest rock and roll albums of all time and helped produce one of the greatest rock songs of all time totally missed the boat, because this organ sounds like it completely has been in this song the whole time. And I can't ever listen to it the same way again. And this is organ music where it 100% belongs. I love the organ in Paradise City, dude. It works. Now, this guy is planning a July 4th attack in the basement somewhere.
Yeah. That guy's got a lipstick list on the wall somewhere. For sure.
He's got a list of people to kill somewhere.
Oh, for sure. Dude. I mean, that sounded good, but
yeah, no, I think it's hilarious when people do those kinds of things where they, mix two things that don't belong. Clay, I sent you the thermo EOTech that highlights the people. What was it you were saying that they were taking a spin off?
So that is they piggybacked. So the military made tech for night vision that is an overlay of thermals and IR. And so
can you see this?
And what it does is it produces an outline that looks a lot like that. And
That's
so you get in zero light, you get both an IR signature with a thermal signature overlaid over the top of it.
Man, the future is.
I like how you can toggle through it where you don't have to have it on. You can just have it regular.
Yeah.
I do like that. Wow, it's especially for like dense brush and shit like that, where you can pop it on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I when I went to Afghanistan in 2002, we had like the first generation of thermal optics that we would put on our machine guns. The problem was everything that we had was IR. So between nods and lasers and all that other stuff, and there's no overlap, right? So you can't put an IR laser on something and see it through a thermal sight. So we were having a hard time, communicating. We had come up with TTPs where it was like, hey, I put my laser on a target, you put your laser on a target. Okay, we're talking about the same target. And everybody could see it with nods and everything else, except for the machine gunner who's got his eye buried in a thermal, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. But again, that was 2002. It was in the earliest days. Sure. I know those solutions have been solved. Their solutions have been found, but back then it was a super challenge. But now it's like it's irrelevant because you've got tech like that where they're just overlaid on top of each other and it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
So, well, I think that about does it. Hey, Clay, how's everything? You got anything coming out? You got anything?
I actually have my first book signing next Saturday.
Yeah, that's great.
So Oswego, Illinois. Yeah,
Oswego.
Barnes and Noble. We're doing the first 2 books in the Terry Davis series. They're going to have them on site there, and I'm going to do book signings. If you've got a copy, if you're in the neighborhood and you want me to sign it, or come into the store, buy a new copy, I'll sign that as well. But there's that. And then I just hosted, you guys know, I sit on the board of directors for the Al Lynch Medal of Honor Veterans Foundation. And we just held a big fundraiser shoot that I was in charge of, Clay Target shoot. And so all that goes to help veterans. So you can check that out on ajlynchfoundation.org. And it's a worthy Medal of Honor recipient from the Vietnam era who's a great guy. And that's his foundation. And I'm on the board of directors there. So
awesome.
Yeah, that's what I got going on.
When's book 4 come out?
Yeah, we're not sure yet.
No soft launch, like possibility. Look forward to.
We're not sure yet.
You still don't want to announce the title?
No.
Is it done? At least it's done.
No,
Yeah,
it's not done. It's not done.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh,
well, mine is, and I got some really nice feedback. I sent it to a friend of mine. He's a published author. He's does behavioral threat assessment. Literally written the book on behavioral threat assessment. Clay's. I think I sent you some samples of it.
I've read parts of it. Yeah,
he finished the first draft of it. I get some very, very, very nice comments from him. So he's giving me some advice on who and where to submit it to. So who knows? Maybe we'll see. Maybe I won't do it on Kickstarter. I don't know, because he said no, you should get an agent. I said I have no idea how to get an agent.
well, that means it's good enough for an agent. So that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But agents take part of your money, right? So
yes, they do.
And you used to publish with Kohler, but you no longer publish with Kohler, correct?
I do not. Nope.
Yeah. So Clay's
had
moving on.
Had a bit of a falling out with Mr. Kohler.
Right.
Oh, with there is a Mr. Kohler, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, who do you self-publish now, or do you?
No, I am Silverlight Press. A lady named Susan Sember is my publisher under Silverlight. Silverlight Press. Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, there you go. Silverlight Press, the Terry Davis series books 1, 2, and 3. And I only know you don't publish with Kohler because when I went to their website, there was a big blurb that says, "We no longer publish this book."
Sounds about right.
Oh shit!
Yeah, literally, that was like big fucking print. We no longer publish this book.
That's fucking hilarious.
So anyway, all right. Well, Chuck, do you have anything? I mean, besides the case of the red ass.
Red ass.
Yeah. Case of the red ass.
You up there in a hot minute, dude.
You're what?
I haven't shoved anything up there in a hot minute. I've been off pain meds for a good while.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I still take one every once in a while when I'm in pain. Nothing like.
I've been off pain meds, but I still take them when I'm in pain.
you know, it is what it is. Yeah. But no, nothing. I got nothing.
Well, 44 mag is nice. 44 mag is always nice. You know,
other than
44 mag can be a Model 29.
This right here.
What?
Go to thewarlockershow.com. Email us at check this out at thewarlockershow.com. Send us your what's up, Chuck, mom profiles, fucking single mom profiles, big joke energy
hose.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Everything
Women in prison.
Everybody.
Oh wait, what do they get when they hit that like and subscribe button? I think I have something for this.
Oh, go to YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. www.youtube.com, Warlocker Show. If you don't like that we utilize the person that we utilize now for all this stuff, and you want us to be on Spotify, unfortunately, we don't have a deal with Spotify, or I don't know if we can post on Spotify, but if we don't have a deal with them,
figure out how our new hosts can submit it to Spotify, or if we have to submit it ourselves. We can figure it on Spotify. We should still be, but apparently we're not. So,
and if we don't, we'll figure it out. But if you don't like that we're not there, and you want to find us somewhere else, you don't like all the ads, you can always check us out on YouTube. Hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, do all that funny, fucking mumbo jumbo bullshit, and you catch an episode.
Yeah,
we're trying.
That, come back here every Thursday night at 7:30, and we'll go live. And Friday we release the interview show. Tomorrow's Rob Leach. Innovation wins wars, and we talked a lot about drones. That's it. Bye.